She'll smile. She'll nod. She'll even say everything's fine. But what she won't do is tell you what she truly wants. She wants you to know, but she won't say it. She hopes you'll just understand. But most men don't. Most men try to fix. Most men try to ask. But the high-value man, he does without being told. This is Stoicism, not as a philosophy, but as a radar. A radar that picks up the frequency women speak on without using words. Let's dive into 4 things women want you to do but will never tell you. And gentlemen, the first one, it's a curveball. 1. Undress her mind before you touch her skin. She'll never text you, "Hey, can we talk about Play-Doh tonight?" But she craves a man who sees depth as foreplay. Here's the thing most guys miss. It's not about being smarter. It's about being present, mentally, emotionally, and verbally. Women aren't just drawn to your six-pack, your money, or the car you flex on Instagram. They're drawn to a man who knows how to dance through conversation like it's a slow seduction. A man who listens not to respond, but to uncover. Let me give it to you straight. Women are thinking machines, constant loops of emotion plus analysis. If you can navigate that without judgment, without solving, without running, you become rare. You know what's even rarer? A man who can quote Epictetus while making her laugh. Stoic technique, don't rush. When she says, "I had a weird day," don't ask, "What happened?" Just say, "Tell me what made it weird." Let her unravel. Every woman has an emotional zip file, and the man who unpacks it carefully, gently, without blowing it up, wins something no gym membership ever will. Women want mental intimacy before physical surrender, but they'll never say it because they've said it before, and were met with blank stares, scrolling thumbs, and football games. So here's what you do. Next time she opens a piece of her world, don't make it a conversation. Make it a temple. Light a candle in it. Sit there. Worship her trust with silence, and then say one thing that makes sense. Those 3 words, they'll make her feel safer than any locked door. Because the truth is, every woman is secretly waiting for a man who can undress her thoughts before even thinking about her body. 2. Own the room, then disappear like a ghost. Confidence isn't about loudness. It's about presence. The kind of presence that makes people wonder, who the hell is that? And more importantly, why do I want to know? Here's what women won't tell you. They want a man who walks like he knows every corner of the map, but doesn't need to show it. They crave mystery. They crave control, but not over you. They want to see that you have the room in your palm and then willingly let it go. That's the seduction. That's the stoic edge. You see, most guys enter a room and start performing. Alpha this, look at me that, trying to be the main character in every scene. But the stoic man? He's not acting. He's watching, observing, calculating like a chess master 3 moves ahead. And when he speaks, it lands like thunder on a quiet mountain. Not because he shouts, but because his silence before it made people lean in. Women notice this. They notice the man who doesn't try to entertain them. They notice the man who doesn't overshare his trauma like an audition for pity. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right in a relationship, but it just doesn't work out? Maybe you've been told to be nice, respect her space, or even be yourself, only to be left confused, frustrated, or heartbroken. What if I told you that everything you've learned about attracting women is wrong? I'm about to reveal the truth, the hidden weaknesses every woman has, weaknesses they don't talk about, but every man needs to know. Stick around, because this video could change everything you thought you knew about dating. Drop a comment saying, "I am ready," in the comment section below if you're ready to watch this video until the end. Because trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of this. Let's face it, the dating game is rigged, and it's not rigged in your favor. You've probably noticed that the men who seem to have everything figured out are the ones who don't follow the rules. They understand something most men don't. Women are not the logical, rational beings you've been trained to believe they are. No, their desires are based on emotions, and the truth is, they don't even consciously know why they're attracted to certain men. That's what I'm here to break down for you today. We're diving into the 10 biggest weaknesses every woman has, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can exploit these weaknesses, not to manipulate or hurt anyone, but to understand the psychology behind attraction and use it to build better, stronger, and more meaningful connections. We're not here to sugarcoat anything or give you outdated advice. This is raw, real, and it's going to hit hard. So buckle up and get ready. Before we dive into it, hit the like button if you're already feeling the value, and make sure to subscribe if you want more deep, honest advice that actually works in today's world. And if you're serious about supporting this channel and helping us continue to deliver quality content, consider joining the channel memberships. It helps us stay independent and keep making this content accessible for as many men as possible. Let's dive into the first weakness. 1. The steadfast man. Let's be clear about something up front. Women today are bombarded with options. They've got guys blowing up their DMS, strangers complimenting them, and dating apps offering an endless buffet of potential matches. So why do most men fail in the dating game, despite all these available tools? Because they're inconsistent. Most guys today are flaky, don't keep promises, and give up too easily. And you know what? Women notice this. Here's the brutal truth. Women don't trust easily. They've been conditioned to expect men to disappear when things get difficult, whether it's after a few dates or a few months. Most women are on guard because they've experienced men not showing up, not following through, and not being reliable. That's why the man who stands firm in his decisions, in his actions, and in his words becomes an instant standout. Being steadfast means more than just showing up on time. It's about embodying stability in all aspects of your life. You need to be the man who not only says what he'll do, but does it without hesitation. In a dating world full of flaky, indecisive men, the one who follows through becomes a lighthouse in a sea of uncertainty. Start by being consistent with the small things. If you say you'll text her later, do it. If you promise her you'll call at a specific time, make sure you're on the dot. Being steadfast doesn't mean being rigid. It means being dependable. She needs to know that you're a man who sticks to his word, because reliability is one of the sexiest traits you can offer in today's fast-paced, often superficial dating world. 2. Confidence. We hear it all the time. Confidence is attractive. But what does that really mean? Confidence is not about arrogance or being loud. True confidence is the quiet, unwavering belief that you are enough just as you are. This kind of confidence is magnetic because it's rare, especially in today's world, where so many men feel the need to prove themselves to others constantly. Women are naturally drawn to confident men because confidence signals security. Think about it. Women have their own insecurities. They worry about how they look, how they're perceived, and whether or not they measure up. When a woman meets a man who is unshaken by external validation, who doesn't need her to make him feel good about himself, it's like a breath of fresh air. That's why confident men stand out in a sea of insecurity. Too many men rely on external factors for their confidence, their job, their looks, or their social status. But what happens when those things are taken away? True confidence comes from within. It's about knowing your value regardless of what happens in your life. When you have this kind of confidence, you become untouchable. And one day, when she finally asks, "What are we?" look her in the eyes and say, "Whatever you've been dreaming about." Because deep down, she never wanted a man she could predict. She wanted a man she could feel without understanding why. You want to make her feel something? Then stop trying to convince her with words. Start moving her with your stillness. Stop chasing approval. Start being the man who doesn't flinch when it's quiet.